Hello friends, how are you? If we're not friends, we should be. My name's AlJ and I'll be doing a reading for a Capricorn. So Capricorn, when I was tapping into your energy, I was seeing a bull. There's a card that just flipped over. Four of Swords, that's getting your mind right, that's healing, that is grounding yourself mentally. But I was seeing a bull when I was meditating on your energy. And bulls for me, naturally make me think of Taurus, right? So Taurus is a sign that focuses on growing and cultivating and really understands comfort and staying power, right? It's a really beautiful trait of Taurus. But on the other side, it is also stubbornness, right? It's being immovable. So that energy may be at play. You know, it's a spectrum, so I'm not exactly sure yet because I haven't done your cards. I'm going to be using the regular Rider-Waite to do your spread. There's a card that just flipped out. The Nine of Swords, so that's stress, that's anxiety. The Nine of Wands that was at the front of the deck that I just showed you is perseverance, really pushing through, going through trial after trial after trial, okay? And I'm going to be using the messages from the mermaids to get you any advice or supplemental information. So without further ado, Capricorn, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. All right. Thank you. I'm seeing a starfish. Starfish are about, it's a reminder of our infinite possibilities. It's that we can do a lot if we really believe it, and things can happen in more than one way, and just having an abundance mindset rather than a fixed small lack mindset. Okay, anyway, thank you, angels of love, light, guidance, and protection. I ask thee, please bring forth messages for the collective of Capricorn, please. What is it that Capricorn needs to know? What is it that Capricorn needs to hear? Anything that will touch their hearts, minds, souls, anything that will help them align for the highest good of all, please. For Capricorn. Okay, there's one. Thank you and amen. Two. Okay, that definitely looks like the Taurus energy that I was talking about. Three. Okay. So we have King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. We have 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. All right. Capricorn, this looks like you want something long-term and stable. For some of y'all, perhaps it is a relationship, okay? Because we have the King and the Queen of Cups out here. Doesn't have to be male, female. You know how it goes. It's just the energy. But what I am seeing is a desire to have a stable foundation of some sort. This can be romantic. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but with the Queen of Cups here, I am seeing that it's something that is important to your heart, something that feels nourishing, something that feels good, that's loving, compassionate. You can have that in the workplace too. It doesn't have to be romance, but for some of y'all, it's obvious that it's romance. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is about longevity, long-term, things that are not only stable, right, but things that you can build upon for generations and for years. And but you want it to feel like home. You want it to feel secure. And whatever it is, like, you just want to be solid. And that's very much that Taurus energy that I was tapping into. Right under this King of Cups, we have the Sun. So the Sun is clarity, but it's also happiness. It is joy. It's freedom. Some readers call it the happiest card in the deck. And so I'm getting that for you. What your heart is telling me here is that happiness to you looks like something that not only feels good, but is solid, but is also solid and grounded. Okay? All right, well, that's what I'm getting just up top. So let's see how we need to break this down. Where do I start? They're telling me to start with the Queen of Cups, so that's what I'm gonna do here, okay? I think I'm gonna go from right to left. All right, so why is the Queen of Cups here? Okay, there's a card that fell out, or two cards that fell out. Okay, we have Judgment and Seven of Swords. Can I get one more, please? Okay, Knight of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, and the last card that fell out was the Five of Swords. So we have Judgment, Seven of Swords, and Five of Swords, all clarifying that Queen of Cups. All right, so what I'm getting here, Capricorn, is that you are being encouraged to look at, it can be self-sabotaging or it could be people around you, but I do want to lean on the side of self-sabotaging, because if we're dealing with people who are sabotaging consistently, then we are also self-sabotaging. So what I'm seeing here is that Judgment is trying to call your attention. Judgment is like needing to make a deep transformative change so that we can be different and have different circumstances. And I'm seeing that it is about this sabotage energy. For some of you, this looks like lying, cheating, deception, skirting an issue, being inconsistent, right? Not really following through with something here. And I feel like it's more of the inconsistent or not following through here, because we do have that Knight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles is an energy that always gets to where it's going. It may take a long time to get there, but it's going to get there because it's reliable, it's trustworthy, it commits, right? So what I'm getting from this is that your heart definitely wants something, but the way that you're acting or the way that you're thinking is keeping you from moving in the world to receive this vision of that loving, secure, whatever it is that you want to pull in for yourself. So basically, you are being asked to check yourself and how are you getting in the way of what you say you want. For some of you, if this is a relationship thing, this is because you did show up as the King of Cups, and there is a Queen of Cups here. This can be that you need to adopt the Queen of Cups energy within yourself. So this is you needing to be nurturing, you needing to be loving, you needing to be kind, you needing to be compassionate, you knowing how to lead with the heart here. And these energies are in direct opposition of that. This is, again, I explained what this is, lying, cheating, deception, hiding, skirting the issue, avoidance, inconsistency, right? But the Five of Swords is ego. It's doing things so that you can win, but at the expense of other people. If you can see here, this person is standing, thinking that they've won, but they've pushed people away. And Three Swords, the Three of Swords in tarot is pain. So like nobody really wins. You're carrying pain and you're pushing people away. So for some of you, this is a call to develop this Queen of Cups energy in you. For others of you, it's just needing to know how to tend to the things that you say that you want, and that is by way of committing, right? By way of committing and showing up the way that you say you want to, okay? So let's look at the Four of Wands. Why is Four of Wands here for Capricorn, please? I'm hearing water the plant, right? There's a difference between I love this plant and I want this plant, right? There's a difference between loving and wanting a plant and doing what it takes to make sure that the plant is healthy and thriving. And that's what this Queen of Cups is telling you here, that emotional piece, that loving piece, that consistency piece is integral to whatever it is that you want here. I'm seeing as something long-term. All right. What's the Four of Wands? Why is the Four of Wands here, please? That Judgment card wanted to come out again. Okay. For Capricorn, please. The Four of Wands for Capricorn, please. Whew. All right, so we have the Four of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Nine of Swords. I stopped because I just noticed that there are three cards that have the number 4, and 4 is safety, security, stability, boundaries. It's a sense of groundedness here, and I keep getting that's important somehow. And I did get the Taurus energy, which is literally all of those things. So you guys are being encouraged to lean in that energy, learning how to grow and cultivate and make sure that things are solid here. And I'm seeing that what's getting in the way of building the foundation for this is what I just showed you, right? So there's a need for you to, one, get out of your head, to stop stressing so much, to stop letting anxiety run the way that you show up in the world. And for some of you, this is by not showing up. This is by pulling back, by being incredibly restrictive, by being blocked off, by not letting people in, right? By being greedy, even taking more than what you're giving. And again, Queen of Cups is a giver, right? And if you are feeling like you are not getting what you need emotionally, it's because you are simply not taking the time to use your heart, to pour into the things that you want. There are opportunities here for you, but you gotta like get up and actually grab this cup, is what I'm saying. The Judgment card is right under that. And right under that is the Two of Swords. So Judgment, again, is that deep transformation. Things have to die. This is also transformation, right? Things have to die to be born in this place. And this is you being reborn as a result of the changes that you've made. For some of you, is that you're not choosing. You're choosing not to open up. You're choosing not to choose, right? Which is a choice within itself. And so if you're not getting what you want, if you don't have this long-term stability, it's because I'm seeing that Capricorn is here locked down on themselves, overthinking, not moving, holding back, pouting, but not really doing anything to pour into what happiness means what happiness means to Capricorn. Okay. So you can't expect things to get better if you're not showing up differently. If you're overthinking and you're not actually doing things, if you want things but then you're not taking the action. Come on, Capricorn, you know this. You know this. This is how you show up generally. Like, right? You get your hands dirty and you get in there. But for some reason you're not doing that when it comes to something that relates to your heart or your feelings or something like that. Okay? I just heard work is not only physical. I'm getting it's emotional and mental for whoever is resonating with this. Okay? So let's look at the 10 of Pentacles. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here for Capricorn, please? Emperor, another 4. Insane. Okay. Yeah. And there's that 7 of Swords again, and I'm shuffling these cards. So we have the 7 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. We have the Emperor, the Hanged Man, and the 7 of Swords. This is pretty much saying what I just finished saying to you before I shuffled these cards. So 7 of Wands is that energy of needing to tackle obstacles, to jump through hoops, to do the hard work, to face the challenges, right? It's to be on the offensive here, and the Emperor backs that up. The Emperor is the mover, the shaker, the doer, the communicator. He sets things in place. He's the initiator, right? Regardless of gender, this is an energy thing. Everyone has an Emperor in them. So I'm seeing that you are being encouraged to take a step back and look at things from a different perspective. Are you really moving in alignment with what you say your long-term goals look like? And for some of you, the answer is no, because again, there is a lack of commitment or skirting around the issue or not showing up in full integrity here, when I'm seeing that you need to be pushing and getting your hands dirty, moving forward here, and for whatever reason that's not happening. And this is not to shame you, but this is just to bring awareness to you, because what you're saying here is that I want these beautiful things, right? But I'm seeing a lack of action. A lack of action. Or if there is action, it's in the opposite direction. Okay? So what they're trying to get you to do here is boss up, right? Because you can absolutely manifest whatever this is for you, be it a relationship, a job situation, a project, you know, like physical, tangible things here that will last you a long time, but you got to show up, is what I'm getting. You have to show up. Okay? Yeah, I just broke the deck and we have the Fool card here, which is taking a risk. It's taking a leap of faith. It's jumping into things. It's, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into, but I'm willing to try. Okay? So yeah, let's look at the Oracle cards and see what we have here for you. We have that death. We have the Death card that just flipped out, and we have the Five of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. This is trying to get you to stop looking at things from a lack perspective. This is you making changes here so that you don't miss out on the beautiful opportunities that you want to create for yourself. Okay? You got to make those changes to have what you want. I'm getting you know that because the High Priestess is right here. All right, so let's see what we have here for your advice. Thank you, angels of love, light, guidance, and protection. Can we please have messages of advice for Capricorn, please? Anything that will touch their minds, hearts, souls, and allow them to align for the highest good of all, please. Anything that they will find useful that they can take with them as they leave this reading, please. Thank you so much. All right, this one wants to come out. Gratitude. What's at the bottom of the deck? Hope. I'm going to read both of these to you. I feel like they speak for themselves, but I feel like the authors have a better way of, like, you know, they have a colorful way with words. And I feel it will help. When I feel drawn to do that, then I do it. Okay, so we'll start with hope. Hope. Hold on to hope. When things feel hopeless, change your outlook to feeling hopeful. Trust in the magical flow of life and love. This mermaid can't see the sun shining behind her through the clouds or the vibrant rainbow. She's totally absorbed by her own inner world. Should probably hold up the card. All she needs to do is look behind her and she'll see the symbols of hope all around. Can you relate to her situation at this time? While it's important to acknowledge any pain and perhaps fear of failure, combined with the feeling that hope is lost, it is equally important to not harbor these feelings for too long. Release them, knowing in your heart that hope can and will return again. Although it might feel that way, you're not at the mercy of your feelings and external circumstances. Each and every situation can be turned around so that you can recognize and nurture feelings of hope. Simply looking at things from another perspective can literally shine new light on your life and bring hope to the forefront once again. Try meditating on your blessings and the positive things in your life. Make this a daily habit and you'll soon change your heart and mindset to a hopeful one. Excuse me. If you find yourself thinking hopeless thoughts, imagine them turning into clouds and visualize them floating out of your mind. In your mind's eye, see a beautiful, vibrant rainbow filled with hope beaming into your heart, filling it with vivid colors. The sun is shining and hope is present. You just need to open your heart to the possibilities and miracles that a renewed sense of hope can bring. AKA, know that this can happen for you, y'all, but you got to start moving like it exists. Stop running away from it when it requires you to step up. Okay? Gratitude. Let's look at gratitude. Oh, I just passed it. Gratitude. Develop an attitude of gratitude and watch the world around you change for the better. Is your cup half empty or half full? This mermaid has swum into your reading today to remind you to be grateful. She says it's easy to be grateful for the good things in life, but imagine if you could be grateful for everything, knowing that the universe never makes a mistake. Contemplate this concept even if you find it a little challenging. The act of being grateful is almost like a magic spell. Counting your blessings is another way of expressing gratitude. No matter what your situation, know that there's always someone somewhere who has even more challenges than yourself. It might not make your current experience any easier to deal with, yet it does help to put things into perspective. If you find the thought of being grateful difficult due to your current state of mind, then start each day counting your blessings. Even if you can only find one thing to be grateful for each morning, this is a positive start. Once you start to notice your blessings, you'll find more appear and you can then express your gratitude sincerely. Moreover, when you focus on your blessings and attract more, counting them becomes totally easy and you'll become ever more grateful. The perfect state of gratitude arises from not expecting anything from life. Often we can feel hard done by. Maybe you sometimes find yourself saying that life isn't fair. This doesn't mean giving up, far from it. Rather, it means surrendering to life and fully entrusting the universe to provide whatever you need while accepting everything with humility and gratitude. Yeah, so again, this is about being grateful for what you have and also being grateful for the things that are to come your way, but also, jump into life fully. Like, you have to participate. You have to know that good things do come if you follow your intuition, if you do jump into things, if you do get your hands dirty, all right? But you have to really be a participant in life to have those things, all right? And some of y'all, you're doing good now. So be grateful for that, okay? So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helped y'all. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps me as a creator, and it helps people who don't know I exist find me, as well as creating community. If you want a personal reading, I absolutely do those. Go to the links in my description box, and I will leave you with that. I love you guys. I hope that you take whatever it is that you're trying to build here seriously. I know that you can do hard work. If anyone can do hard work, it's Capricorn, right? But you got to put your heart in it, okay? You got to really water those seeds. I know you can do it. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.